how it should be. It should be like we're entertaining. That's how I look at it.
Yes, guys, and welcome to the CryptoWave podcast, where we keep you up to date on all the latest news, trends, and people that are making waves in crypto. I'm Jennifer from Space Coast Crypto Consulting, and joining me here today, my man dressed in orange, looking like a Bitcoin, Jesse
Quite
and
so,
Joey.
Thank you.
Or Joey and Jesse.
Joey, Jesse?
Yeah.
Jesse, Joey? Joey,
Hey.
Jesse, Jennifer.
Yeah. Hi.
Triple J's.
Triple J's
Triple
of
J's.
crypto.
Hi, everybody.
Once again, thank you to Space Coast Podcast Studios and Space Coast Podcast here in Melbourne, Florida, for, of course, the production and the beautiful studio that we're in. Happy Martin Luther King Day. That was this week. We just celebrated. Got to recognize that. And no, it's been a great week. It's a short week. It's after a 3-day weekend. I think everybody can't wait till Friday.
Get the weekend started again.
That's right. It's cool here in Florida.
Oh, my God, this weather.
We're dressing nicely.
It's sweater weather.
It is sweater weather.
It's sweater weather.
Yep, I got my boots on.
Yep.
Yesterday was like the coldest day of the year, I believe.
So far.
Coming in
It's
at
only been 17, 18 days.
Coming in at 63 degrees.
It was 40.
Or no, it was 43.
It was 43
Yeah,
last. It was 43
Yes.
around 11:30 last night.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a high of 63 like yesterday.
It was beautiful.
Oh, it was gorgeous. I loved it. So,
Sweater weather.
what does that mean for crypto? Did the markets respond to the nice
Cool.
weather?
It's cool today. Crypto's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, crypto there's lots of news to report. However, as far as
Tons.
price action goes, it's been a little boring. We did have Cardano's price surge on the news that SundaeSwap has launched. So SundaeSwap is Cardano's decentralized exchange where they are going to be allowing different yield farms where you can lock up your ADA. And so when you lock up your ADA, that's going to cause a little bit of a price shock. So we may see the price of Cardano continue to rally.
It's about time. That's been up and down. They've guaranteed, it's going to 25, it's going to go to 10, it's going to go to 20.
Full disclosure, there's no guarantees in crypto.
Oh, I know. I get it. I get it.
So who's offering that guarantee? They guarantee this.
I
Yeah,
don't
it's the
know.
speculators.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So nobody can guarantee anything. And this is not your financial, consultation. We're not licensed professionals. This is just, as the disclaimer goes, Jennifer, I know, knows it a lot better than I do. Funtainment, yes.
Funtainment.
Edutainment.
Entertainment.
Yep,
Edutainment.
Edutainment.
The market
Yes.
is speculative, and we're speculating right along with everybody.
That's right. That's right. That's right. We have no idea either. But we've been ahead of the curve. So we shouldn't say we have no idea. That's not true because we've actually been pretty good.
If I look back and really looked at the stories after our broadcasts when we go live, I would put money that someone was listening. Or we're just having the same conversation that Airbus is having, so we're not really introducing anything new. But it's kind of fascinating that the headlines would match the topics almost immediately after our broadcast.
I think you just said the word. Topical. I think we're very topical.
Oh yeah, well this is the most topical show about people's places and things happening in the crypto world.
I think we're very topical. I think we nailed it when it came to Bitcoin. It rose. It rose right.
We nailed it.
We nailed it. Now it's back down. It's dropped back down.
We called the bottom.
Yes.
Yep.
We called the top as not the top.
Yeah.
We've been there, and
we've seen the promised land, so to speak.
If you have been following and you knew nothing, you probably think we are like wizards. Like, how did they know? No, we're not wizards. We're not. And again, this is just for edutainment purposes only. Please consult with your financial professional.
Or call Jennifer to learn more, and Jennifer will give you her phone number, and you can consult with her as we do on a regular basis through texting and
yes,
desperate phone calls.
I am like a 24 nights and weekends on call crypto consultant.
See that?
But
virtually ready. Not
by choice though.
Now you
Not
get the
hours.
VR sets for Christmas, right?
Yes.
So
that was our family gift, and it's
how cool!
It's crazy. It's pretty wild.
I want to see the VR consulting platform where you actually go on and you put your set on, and they put their set on, and you guys can meet in a virtual space.
Well, you know what? That's a very good idea, because when Jennifer talks to me, it's like she's talking to one of her children, and I can see, like, through, if I had those glasses, she literally would be reaching out trying to choke me because I don't understand sometimes.
Well, the gloves are next, and then you'll see her clenching her fist with the gloves around your neck.
Well, this stuff is difficult. It's not very user friendly, and so it takes time and
You need a
energy
coach.
and
You do.
patience.
You definitely need a coach, and Jennifer is a good coach because she understands the pancaking, the flipping, the French toasting, and all that other
The bridging, the swapping.
all the swapping, and you don't know if you're having breakfast or swinging. I have no idea sometimes the swapping and the pancaking and the French
All right,
toasting.
so we talked about Cardano's news on a SundaeSwap. I just wanted to put out another article on Matic's Polygon for any Polygon and Matic holders. So they have released an IEP 1559 update, just like Ethereum did, which offers a coin burn. And so with this coin burn, it's supposed to be deflationary, although on the Polygon network, which is a layer 2 scaling solution on top of Ethereum, with the coin burn, or on the Polygon network, there's virtually no transaction fees. And so what it does is it uses ZK rollups, where it aggregates all of these different transactions and rolls them all into one. And that way it can do multiple transactions at one time, reducing or virtually eliminating transaction fees. So with the IEP 1559, it's supposed to burn transaction fees, which essentially makes Polygon or Matic coin deflationary because they're taking some supply out and burning it. So a little bit of Matic news for the Matic holders out there.
Well, that's not awful, It sounds like it's going to be more streamlined and efficient, when you do that kind of stuff as well. You come down with fees, it's a little bit more affordable, and it's more, you increase the utility, I think, and the usability.
Yes, and so big news, Walmart files for several patents examining their potential for monetization of NFTs and Metaverse. So they have actually announced that they are planning on creating their own cryptocurrency and NFTs for Walmart.
That's interesting. That's an interesting one.
Well, they are one of the biggest retailers.
Oh, if not the biggest.
Why would? Yeah, I mean they'd be remiss to let that boat just slip on by them.
Well,
I think
they've just added the ATMs, the over 200 ATMs in their brick and mortar
Bitcoin. That's the
stores,
Bitcoin ATMs.
Yeah,
that
that was last year's news.
You're right. That was last year.
which was just a month ago. Yes.
Right.
Right.
But
that was last year's news.
But what I'm saying is, it's it's now kind of like full circle. They allow the transactions to happen, and now they see probably the amount of
the revenue coming out of the
revenue
ATMs,
coming out of it, and the adoption rate.
Right.
And so if they're like, listen, we're getting a lot of people using this ATM, and now there's people spending a lot of money on NFTs, and who is this OpenSea.io? We're Walmart. Like we need to get that storefront and incorporate that into our model.
We're Walmart.
Does that put them
right.
ahead
You need
of
to get
Amazon?
your NFTs from us.
That's right.
Does that jump them ahead of Amazon on all this now?
Oh, I'm sure
in a
Bezos
sense.
has something in the works that
Because Bezos is in a brick and mortar where you would go shopping and pick out an item. I mean, that's just a warehouse.
Well, he was one of the best .com success stories.
I get
and
that.
now 20 years later, he's got a net worth of like $500 billion.
I don't think it's going to put Walmart ahead of Amazon by any means. I think that Amazon, they're going to be slower and more strategic to release, but they have market dominance. And they already have all of these payments with Apple Pay and like with Amazon gift cards and everything. They already have all of these payment systems set up to where they can easily integrate their
Could
own
be
currency.
interesting.
I don't see why there's any reason why every single company is not going to create their own coin, their own token, and have their own currency that's fungible with all of the different currencies.
It would make more sense.
Yeah, and so we're seeing it here
yeah.
with Walmart, and we'll just see each company one by one.
It's the wild, wild west of new digital currency, right? Whoever gets there first and dominates is going to be the winner. It's happened in everything. Gold rush, every kind of every time there's like a new currency or a commodity, they all come out of the works. And I know Texas had hundreds and hundreds of oil companies. Now there's like 3. right? Because the big guys just keep on swallowing up the small guys, and now all you have is like a Texaco, an Exxon. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's only a couple winners. We don't have all those different kinds of oil companies like we used to, and it goes from commodity to commodity. There's going to be the players who get in and they just saturate in it. They really get over the top, just involved, and whoever has the best strategy wins. At the end of the day, and we'll see. We'll see who's what cream rises to the top, right?
All right. Well, let's take a look at what it looks like to spend some of Walmart's digital currency.
Oh, did we want to go do that?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Yeah. Let's take a look.
Let's go to the videotape.
So this is a conceptual idea of what it's going to look like in Metaverse's Walmart.
Future retail.
Yeah.
Future retail
experience.
The world of tomorrow.
Howdy. Thanks for visiting Walmart. I will be your shopping assistant module today, but you can call me Sam for short. Okay, let's get started. I have your shopping list loaded up, and I'm tracking your oil change so I can let you know as soon as it's done. You see the tomato sauce on your left? Go ahead and grab that and then place it in your cart.
At least it's jarred tomato sauce.
Great. Looks like you need a good wine pairing. Take a look to your right.
Nice.
Your age has already been pre-verified through your profile, so no need to wait for an ID check.
Your digital
Just
ID.
place the item in your cart whenever you're
Very
ready.
nice. No loaf of Italian bread yet. Where's the Italian bread?
I don't think it's on the list.
Oh. The hell kind of meal is this?
I'm getting a notification from your connected smart fridge. It looks like you already have a full gallon of milk at home. Should we put this one back?
Smart refrigerator.
Your refrigerator's talking to you now.
Yeah.
Yeah, put it back, you greedy milk consumer.
Hey, good news. Your oil change is done. Your vehicle will be ready at the Tire and Lube Express. I've
Lube
added the service
Express.
charge to your cart.
Post-pandemic, look, the
Now
shelves are full.
for the fun stuff.
Yeah, right.
To electronics.
Only in the Metaverse. Only in the Metaverse.
You definitely saved the best for last. This TV has great reviews on Walmart.com. Add it to your cart, and I'll have it brought to the front for you.
Ba-doop. Add TV.
Need any accessories?
Add TV.
Here are some options on Jet.com. Looks like that's everything on your list. Are you ready to check out with Walmart Pay?
Ba-doop.
Oh, here's
Bitcoin.
where the Walmart currency
I'll have the
comes
TV
in.
brought out to your car. Thanks for shopping at Walmart and have a great day.
Oh,
Wow.
Look at that. How
The
cool is that?
drone
Wow.
delivery.
Out of, look at that. How funny. And then I guess in real life, you're taking off the goggles and you're seeing this
And then you
TV
have
floating in the air at you.
Then you have a ding dong
How
at
do they
the door.
know? How do they know where your car is?
your digital footprint.
What if you lost your key?
Did you have a good time? Was that
Wow.
was that exciting
That
for you?
was
Yeah.
a wild ride, guys.
That's pretty fun. That's fun.
Yeah.
That's fun.
I mean, it's no Epcot,
No.
like fun, game. Anyway, but it is kind of reminiscent of like a Tomorrowland
That's what I was
kind of
thinking.
ride,
Yeah.
like going to Walt Disney World and you go to Tomorrowland or Epcot and it's like these futuristic like kiosks and the people are talking to you, but they're digital and it's all AI and anyway, wow.
But that's here. It's not even Tomorrowland. It's here.
It's Nowland.
Yeah. Now.
The future is now.
It's like Spaceballs. Now is now.
Present now.
All right,
Present now.
guys, we got some breaking.
Not now. Now is
We
then.
got some breaking news.
Anyway.
Breaking
Jesse.
news. Okay.
Breaking news.
Breaking in today, right now. Google has entered the crypto space. All right, this is coming in today. Google has partnered with companies including Coinbase and BitPay, and they are planning to accept digital cards with cryptocurrency on them while they still have users pay in traditional currencies. So this is the next powerhouse entering the crypto space. So we've got Walmart, we've got Google. Who's next? Amazon?
Probably.
I mean, I think they're all secretly there, but they're just now
We just got to roll it out little by little.
making the public aware.
They
Yes.
just hired all those people last year. Remember last month when they were hiring all these people? So maybe they're all sitting at their
They've
desk.
all finished their training.
They all finished their training and implemented what
What do we
needs to
come
be
up
done.
with? Well, sir, we got our own wallet and currency. Okay. That was the quickest thing ever. Well, sir, it's pretty easy. As we learned, the 14-year-olds are doing it. Yeah. So it's wow. You know, it's going to be adopted
It's
so
moving
easily.
so fast.
It's moving so fast.
It's moving fast.
You know, when people get the behavior, like a really good sense of this is how I'm going to live, and they are shopping virtually from their bedroom or living room or wherever. Yeah, there's no reason to go outside and be social.
Well, think about it.
Or,
Last year,
you know, you go to Decentraland and party with people. Okay, just real quick, I was in Decentraland. Oh my God, the Atari Casino. It's a party. People are, and they got all kinds of cool outfits. Like, I mean, it's a runway show, but there's also like, and people are doing like their emojis are doing all kinds of fun things, like making it rain and all kinds of things, and like clapping, and so you can make your avatar have all these like prescribed little behaviors, and they're around Texas Hold'em tables, and it's just like there's music, there's like beats, like it's a DJ, like you're in a real casino. Then you go outside, and then it's like ambient type noises, birds and stuff like that. You walk over to the fountain by the museum, and you're looking at all these kind of NFTs, and I mean it's. The more I explore it, the more I'm just like, this
You
is.
wanna live there?
This is it.
So-
It's addictive because there's 3-day festivals, already being booked, and people going like.
So about 3-4 weeks ago, you took us through a tour through Decentraland. You took us through a tour.
Yeah.
Maybe next episode or an episode in maybe a couple of weeks. Be nice to go back and revisit and see the growth from where it was a few weeks ago to what you just saw, making it rain, the dancing. You were doing the merengue and probably the electric slide. And
The avatars are getting more and more trained.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I'd like to see that. I think the audience might want to see.
Oh yeah, you could have your avatar have wings. And like fly, like hover above people. It's like
No,
yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you can make your
Or was
avatar
that
do
your
anything.
angel? Or was that your angel?
It wasn't my angel.
Uh-huh.
My angel's not in the metaverse. Anyway, so moving on.
I think we should do that.
Decentraland. It's really worth a visit. The metaverse is growing. People are adopting again the spectacles that you could see there. The amount of people now, like actually on there at one time. Like before it was like me and a handful of people. Now it's like full on parties, like thousands of people.
No, I saw that. Now, you're reading more and more about office space, people having their office meetings.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we talked about that. Yeah.
I think we talked about this last week too.
Workplace?
Workplace, yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's a Facebook for business, but it's for Bella, which is we went over this which is owned by EXP World Holdings, and we've been using it since I've been with EXP for the last 3 years. You have virtual meetings. There's an auditorium. You can jump in. You raise your hand just like anywhere else. They call on you. You can have your mic available and ask questions in real time, or type in the little chat box. No, I mean, listen, that Walmart, they're definitely ahead of the game, because that little simulation that we saw was super fantastic. It really was. Even if that isn't really marketable, meaning it's not really prepared for the market for consumers to use for another 6 months, to have that conception that they've already conceived, like this is what it's going to look like, and if they work towards that and really do it well to where it's a really fun experience, I don't think people are going to leave the house to go shopping.
No line at checkout either.
Well, there's no checkout, period. It's all virtual. There's no waiting in line.
I was happy to see that you didn't have to do self checkout and ring everything up and put it into bags.
That was nice. Now it's the execution, like getting that real product to your house delivered. We've already seen what.
Or I mean, it could be something where you do that from your home, and then you go and do like Walmart grocery pickup, where you just like pull into a space and somebody brings all of your stuff out to you.
That was what the video suggested, that it was like a curbside kind of pickup thing, you know, complete with the drone and with your TV, which I was just like, if you put my TV up in the sky on some drone, like I'm not excited about that. Like, you know, have I don't care, some kind of droid, you know, bring it out on a shopping cart, you know, like, but keep it on the ground. Don't put my TV up in the air over my head. That's flipping scary. But that goes for a lot of things, you know. I mean, I guess maybe we'll just learn that that's probably safer than ever pushing it in a car. I don't know. You know, we'll just, as the adoption rolls out, we'll have to see if it's, you know, drones to your front door. Like, we're gonna have like what, little helipads on our roof. Wink, wink. Yeah. Kind of spoken, you know, to people about that. You know, having roof rights, letting these companies use your roof to charge the drone. So on their way down to your neighbor's house, they stop on your house to recharge and then go, and like actually leasing back your roof to these drone companies.
I'm in.
Well, that's yeah. I mean, it's not a new concept, but you're gonna think like, okay, so we're just gonna have tons of drones overhead, and that's gonna be normal. Like, you know, we're talking about like propellers, like big size drones with TVs, and like, you know, what's holding it together? Like, you know, is it strapped in? Like, do you have to personally now come outside and unstrap it with these blades over your head? You know, like, you know, so what it's going to look like and how that solution now starts, because yeah, the experience looks fun, you know, in your Googles, in your goggles rather, you know, looking at your Google shopping cart. But the execution, what is it really going to look like? Unless
they hire a bunch of, you know, like gamers, they're sitting there in a control room or in their house, and everybody, you know, they're controlling it almost like the military does with the drones, and how we're controlling our aircraft carrier. You know how we're
sure.
Hey, speaking of hiring gamers, Joe Rogan had an interview earlier this week where he talked about Axie Infinity. And he, not that he was endorsing it, but he actually pulled up Axie Infinity's platform. And I guess these kids, you know, like 15-year-old people in India and all over the country and third world countries are playing against like Western people and doing play to earn. And they have like $4 million+ of transfer volume like each day. So you can sit at home, you can play Axie Infinity, and you can actually earn their coins. So Joe Rogan, just the fact that he was even talking about it, you guys know that he's like the number one as far as reach and entertainment and media source, even higher ratings than all regular.
Yeah, you don't have to name any names, but we get it. Joe
Rogan, we get it.
Joe has a really compelling message, and his guests are magical, and they come on and they talk freely with no censorship, no like we got to cut the break, you know, and all this other bull crap that you find on traditional media. So he's allowed to actually have a deep conversation, and he doesn't have to worry about what the makeup looks like or what the producer's saying over here. Like, he's self-producing this, and I want to know this. And he's also very inquisitive, and he asks, you know, very smart questions, and he usually has a very strong opinion himself, which he, you know, will you know, you'll see in his interviewing, like, but what about this? But I've heard this. But what, you know, and also with the amount of reach he has, his network, he knows all kinds of people, CIA agents. I mean, if you look at his guest list, it's like everybody who's worked in Area 51 to, you know, some of the biggest, you know, CIA things that's going on, to the biggest developments in politics and everything else. Like, he is surrounded by a lot of smart people. So when he's getting his information, I'm thinking, well, he's not like picking it up from some rogue, magazine, some underground kind of, you know, publishing. He's getting it from his sphere, his people who are, you know, just immensely smart. So his opinions really, I mean, for me, I'd value them. And I think a lot of other people do too. You know, we like his style of interview and so on. So he's really crushing it, and he should be his own media diva. I mean, he really should. He should have his JRN, you know, the Joe Rogan Network or whatever, you know, and it's just all Joe Rogan all day long on cable and Roku channels, like all, you know, and that's because the guy's an entertainment powerhouse.
We should wait for that phone call so we could be part of that network.
I'm not going to hold my breath, but I'm saying, you know, if they need help, I will help.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break.
yeah?
Okay.
When we come back from our break, we're going to talk about some other people that are powerhouses as well.
How are we talking about them? Good stuff? Naughty stuff?
Just,
Dish dirt? We're going to dish dirt. Can we talk?
I mean, when you're that big of a powerhouse, how can you not have dirt
Can
on
we
you?
talk? Can we talk? Yeah, we're going to talk.
Cryptocurrency can be confusing and hard. At Space Coast Crypto Consulting, we make cryptocurrency easy for you to learn and understand. In a world of uncertainty and out-of-control central banks, it's our mission to empower you with the knowledge that you need to confidently control and grow your own crypto portfolio. Call now to begin your crypto journey. 321-412-4021. That's Space Coast Crypto Consulting at 321-412-4021.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the second half of our show. And from what I understand, we're going to be talking about people. So, Jennifer, why don't you tell us about some of the people we're going to be talking about? Because I have no clue who we're going to be ragging on.
All right. So Mark Cuban.
Oh, we got a lot to say about him.
The billionaire entrepreneur, person of Shark Tank, and also the owner of the Mavericks, has changed his tune.
Quite a bit.
He once said that Bitcoin, or that he'd rather have bananas than Bitcoin, has now changed his tune, and he has 80% of his portfolio in cryptocurrencies.
And that's only in a short period of time, because I remember when we first came on the air, that was back in June. I think he made that statement too. It was like early on when we first came on the air. He was one of the first to.
I don't think it.
It was way back then.
I don't think it was last year, because he started some companies. Like he this past year, the past 12 months, he got pretty heavy into NFTs. So I think it was a couple of years back.
No, I thought it was when we were doing this that he started saying he wanted nothing to do it, unless it was just a continuation and somebody must have gave him something.
Or, like I've been mentioning, they've all been trying to stall, guys. They've been trying to stall to get ahead of it. These people with money have been talking shit about it. The banks have been talking shit about it. No, let me finish my thought. They've been talking shit about it to get ahead.
Right.
They don't want everybody getting ahead of them, so they had to, it'll never be a thing. You got all the doubters, you got all these people of influence, because they had no ground to stand on. There was no way for them to benefit. So they had to have some kind of stall tactic by, essentially talking shit about it. And now that they're ahead of the game and they've made some moves, well, of course they're whistling a new tune.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was quite, I don't want to say noble of Mark Cuban, but he admitted that he didn't fully understand it and that he has changed his tune. So, I mean, at least he is not so stubborn like some other people in the industry. Like Jamie Dimon of JP Morgan, like he has continuously said that cryptocurrencies have no use, that Bitcoin is worthless. And even as the network has continued to grow, he still refuses to say that there's any worth there. And so I think it takes like a big person to be able to say, you know what, I thought it was crap. I took the time, I took the 100 hours, the 200 hours, the 500 hours to learn about it, to understand it, and can see the future. So he also was quoted saying that it was smart contracts that have really changed everything for him, for his point of view. So basically, smart contracts are where you can write into code to have certain things executed automatically. So it's like automation. So, I mean, at least he admitted when he was wrong, and now he is moving forward with the trend.
And don't you think he's going to get a piece of the action with the NFTs for his basketball team?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So he has already talked about ticketing events, and he's heavily into smart contracts and NFTs. But, I mean, that's what we're all doing, right?
When does Warren Buffett jump on the bandwagon?
Ooh.
What do you think?
I really don't care. I don't think it's his generation. And
yeah.
Honestly, I wouldn't want his influence. He's just a very tactful, very I don't know. I mean, there's just some people that I don't think belong in the space. Unless they're on just a consumer level like we are.
Yeah, how old is Warren Buffett? He's like 93 or something.
He's up there. He's up there. And I don't think it's going to be complete adoption. I think it's going to be...
It's going to take so much time.
I think by the boomers, I mean, if you were born after the 50s or before the 50s, you're probably going to leave this world without ever having to know any more about NFTs or Bitcoin. I mean, and I don't say that to be crude, but I mean, honestly, when I'm 95, don't bother me with something bullshit. Like I got 5 solid years, maybe, every year.
Yeah, and it's a generational thing.
I don't need my grandkid to be like, Grandpa, you gotta be like, no, I don't. Like I've gotten this far without learning any more technology. Like, just leave me alone, So I don't think there's everybody belongs in a space, especially when there's such a big learning curve. They had trouble setting their clocks on their VCRs in the 80s. These are not the people that are going to be adopting NFTs. I just don't see it.
Well, speaking of Shark Tank, we have Kevin O'Leary, who's also a shark. And in a recent interview, he talked about his crypto allocations. So he's focusing heavily on mining. So he is talked about. So he's been an advocate for this whole clean energy and mining Bitcoin, and he thinks that the Bitcoin that is mined using clean energy, that's what's going to be valuable, and that institutions are not going to want to touch dirty Bitcoin that's been mined, like with China miners and stuff. And so he's exploring ventures
clean
to build.
Coins.
Yes, clean.
You got a dirty coin. I got a clean coin. Leave it to O'Leary to create a whole different class of currency.
Sure.
Yes, and so he's exploring ventures to build an underground mining operations in the Middle East to help with cooling. So the farther down into the ground, maybe the easier it'll be to mine.
Because they don't pollute.
So on the mining hype, Intel, so this is some new stuff. So Intel, the company Intel, which is a $20 billion company, is jumping into Bitcoin mining. So they are going after ASICs. So they're going to be creating ASICs. ASICs are built for mining Bitcoin only. And so they're going to be creating these ultra low voltage chips, and so we all know the chip shortage that's going on. So they have connected with the top people in the chip industry, and they're going to be creating more miners. And so the more miners that there are in the Bitcoin network, the more secure the network becomes, the more valuable it becomes.
Interesting.
So Intel,
Interesting.
jumping heavy into mining.
Wow.
Well, it's about time. NVIDIA has been dominating at the card, graphics card, arena for a long time. I mean, gosh, that was news like 6 years ago. Like NVIDIA has its own mining, GPU.
Hey, so I know we talked about this before, using Tesla vehicle to mine. So somebody has actually hacked the computer system, set it up with ASICs and their hardware to be able to mine Bitcoin.
So what, you get like a fraction of a Bitcoin for every mile you drive?
No, you probably have to like plug it in, and you have to like set up their networks to be able to work with the Bitcoin network. So I don't know if you can drive and mine at the same time, but it does void the Tesla warranty.
As it should. Don't go. Let's recommend not going into the mainframe of your vehicle and trying to mine. I mean, unless it's really worth it. Unless you're getting a Bitcoin for every mile. If you could make that hack, certainly,
right.
You don't need to worry about avoiding warranties. You're buying a new Tesla every mile that you drive.
I think somebody was listening to us because we talked about that way in the beginning.
Did we really?
Yes, we did.
I'm sure we did.
I remember.
That's why you gotta stay tuned. You just never know what is gonna come out of our mouths. And
you guys laughed at me when I said that.
What, mining and driving?
Yeah, I said, listen for Tesla to be doing something like that.
Well, Tesla in general is gonna be doing
he's
special things as it is.
I'm sure.
I think they are still the first automobile company to accept cryptocurrency for a purchase.
They are. That
Still
is true.
only.
Yes.
Right. No other car company has adopted it. Not Porsche, not Lamborghini, not anybody else. So anyway, Elon continues to win. I'm a big fan of his.
Big fan.
Big fan. I have to tell you who I met last night, but that's a whole different story. Separate from.
So why would you mention that on the show?
Because you said big fan, and I said that last night when I met Ben.
Big fan. Well, now the audience needs to hear.
Ben Carson, Dr. Ben Carson.
Really?
Ben Carson, yes.
That's
No
cool.
idea.
What a gentleman.
Hold on, let me look it up.
You
Ben
don't know Ben
Carson
Carson?
was-
He was in the cabinet.
He was the,
He was a HUD secretary,
yeah,
HUD?
HUD.
Housing and Urban Development,
And he's a world-renowned brain surgeon.
like one of the best neurosurgeons ever.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was a political candidate,
Yeah, he ran for president.
and he was the most articulate person with the most calm demeanor. I was always been a big fan.
Oh, that's what I said.
He's just really just smooth, and
Yep.
and the guy is brilliant.
Yep, he was waiting for a table last night as I was leaving.
Oh, wow.
No
Yeah, he
kidding.
looks
Yeah.
familiar.
Yeah.
No
So
kidding.
nice. What a gentleman.
Wow.
What a gentleman.
So you told him?
And you introduced yourself as a co-host of the CryptoWave podcast, the
No,
world famous CryptoWave podcast.
I just shook his hand. I said,
Yeah.
thank you for your service. I said, it was an honor. It's an honor to shake your hand and thank you.
Nice.
And I walked out. I didn't want to make a big
Ooh.
deal.
Right.
Right.
Because
Yeah, he's trying to eat dinner.
That's respectful.
No, he was standing. He was waiting for a table.
Yeah. No, that's
He was
that's
just standing
respectful.
up against the wall.
That's
Here's
awesome.
a photo of him holding a heart.
Yeah. Yeah, he came from nothing.
Separates
He came from
twins.
nothing, that man.
Wow.
Came from nothing.
What else?
Sorry.
Did we have a final topic?
Oh,
What?
speaking of shark, you kept thinking shark. You know what kept coming up? You know that song, Baby Shark, Shark, Shark?
Why the hell would you?
Baby shark, do 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 do
Do you
do.
know
Baby
that-
shark, do 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 do. Baby shark.
That that hit over 10 billion on YouTube. It's
Oh,
the
great.
number one. It's number one on YouTube. Sorry.
So
It is.
Every time she mentioned shark, that
I
thing.
am a
we're
big
getting way
fan.
off topic.
I am
know,
a big
I know.
fan. Big
I'm-
fan.
I'm a big fan of that.
Baby
I'm
shark.
trying to bring it back.
I'll bring it back. Bring it
Because
back.
are we closing here
Yeah,
soon?
we're wrapping it
So
up.
Cash App has integrated the Lightning network to now accept payments using the Lightning network. So
Wow.
what Cash App has done, it allows for free borderless payments, and that's new.
Wow,
Free borderless payments.
nice.
So the Lightning network is running on the Bitcoin network, and so to add on to that, there is a company, Stacks, and Stacks has now developed DeFi on the Bitcoin blockchain. So it's like smart contracts using the Bitcoin network. So Stacks is a company to look out for, too.
Yes,
You heard of Stacks?
yes, I did.
I'm not familiar.
I have it.
You have it. You
I
already
have.
bought some.
I bought that a while
Tokens?
ago. Yeah,
Oh.
I bought some.
Oh, good.
It was
So
very
is this-
it was very inexpensive.
Is this a publicly traded company, like
Yeah,
in the stock market, or is this a crypto?
It's crypto.
Okay.
I bought it on. I don't remember. I don't remember if I bought it on crypto or if I bought it on Coinbase. I'm trying to remember. I have it. Small amount.
Yep. So what they've done is built Stacks on top of Bitcoin, and so they're offering DeFi services, but running on the Bitcoin blockchain.
Curious.
Cool.
Things are. I mean, yeah. There's going to be a lot more people getting on the blockchain. All kinds of services, medical. It's all coming. It's like so. What we're doing is pretty much replacing every kind of system.
Pretty much.
From health records, everything's going to be on the blockchain, and it's all going to be there, and it's all going to be transparent, and honestly, it's quite exciting. Not just currency, but pretty much all of our way of life will be associated with that in some way or somehow. It's pretty far out to think about it.
And we were talking pre-show when you were talking about what was that, borderless? But as we're talking about borders, Rio de Janeiro, aren't they going to be coming in? We could end
Yeah.
Rio de
So
Janeiro.
Rio de Janeiro invests 1% of its treasury into cryptocurrency. So they are adding Bitcoin onto their balance sheet. So
Another country.
one of the largest cities in Brazil will invest part of its treasury into cryptocurrency. The announcement was made by the mayor of Rio, and they plan to turn the city into a cryptocurrency-friendly hub. And there are other tax incentives that will also be put in place to achieve those objectives.
Curious.
Yes. So just one more city of South America that is plugging into the Bitcoin network, and this is having this whole game theory kind of play out. It's like nobody wants to be the first, nobody wants to be the last, and now as more and more people start to plug into the network, then it almost forces central banks to have to at least buy some just in case it catches on.
Yeah.
So it's almost like you're kind of, it's like a hedge. Like you're just a FOMO hedge.
Yeah, but it's like at this point, it's like a small percentage.
Right.
Like if you just put even a 1% allocation or a 5% allocation, it's like if you lose it and Bitcoin goes to zero, like if you think that it's going to go to zero, then it's like, oh, well, I only lost 1%. But if you are within the early majority of people that get into it, then everybody else has to follow behind you. Then you're in front of everybody. So it's a hedge. So you might want to buy some just in case it catches on.
Well,
it can't hurt.
It can't hurt.
You know,
And it doesn't hurt.
And now, like I keep mentioning, you know, when these dips happen, we're gonna be wishing we were buying right now. Everybody's gonna be kicking their butt. Oh, I can't believe I let it go in January 22, and it was the lowest it's ever been at 30, whatever it is now, 40s,
42,
and it's still. And that's still a discounted price, knowing what the potential is and knowing how, again, that blockchain supports all these different, utilities and everything else. There's going to be, it's just going to be in demand, and it's not going to slow down. I mean, it very well may be like the single best thing you could do for as a legacy for your family in the future. Like one of those things, like buying AT&T back in 1930, whatever, or Southern Bell before they were bought out. You know, one of those $1 stocks that are now, they were worth 5,000, as they matured, and there's so many stories like that where, we didn't know Grandpa bought these war bonds that are now worth, whatever, and it's like it's so it kind of helped the next generation. So do yourself a favor. It may not be you that gets to enjoy the benefits of your smart decision making today. It may be your grandkids who are like, wow, I could go to college because Grandpappy was smart.
Yeah. I should have bought Aerodynamics in when it was 10 cents back in the 80s.
I should have bought Intel. I should have bought AOL. I should have bought. I mean, we could have done this over and over again.
You don't remember Aerodynamics?
No, I probably don't.
I was Wolf of Wall Street. Sorry.
I was like 6 years old in the 80s. Throughout the whole 80s.
That was from the Wolf of Wall. What was something we need to discuss? There's been a little discussion, and this is a great debate. We could have it in a couple of weeks. Not next week. We'll save it. The battle between Solana and Ethereum.
I don't know there was a battle. Are you making things up now?
No.
Are you creating drama where there's no drama?
No. People are saying that Solana might be overtaking...
Solana, the Ethereum killer.
Yeah. Yeah, a little battle. Like
so
Gigantor and,
So
David and Goliath?
There are many... smart contract companies that are trying to take advantage of Ethereum being the first mover. So being the first mover, and because you have to go through so much as far as like making any changes, it's hard to have any changes being made. So Solana has the advantage where it can come in and try to fix things like high gas fees and throughput and transaction speeds. And they have gained a lot of institutional exposure and a lot of institutional involvement. But if you look at like utilizing a tool like DeFi Llama, which will show you total value locked in each protocol, Ethereum still has 75% of all total value locked. And there are hundreds of other competitors who are trying to eat away at that market share. So at this moment, Ethereum holds the majority of the network.
Okay, so much for that battle in a couple of weeks. We're done. Thank you, Jennifer. Round one of that battle. Thank you, Jennifer. That was nice.
Yeah, and I can show this to you, this DeFi Llama here. And I know that everybody can't see that. But...
I mean, if I had to show them, I could show them.
Sure, block me out. Go ahead.
Yeah, so DeFi Llama shows the TVL of all DeFi protocols. So right now it is currently at, I can read you the metrics. So right now, total TVL is at $229 billion of assets under management, and 138 billion of that is in Ethereum alone. Solana holds 9 billion.
Gotcha.
Wow.
So it's coming for you.
Yeah.
Wow.
DeFi Llama.
DeFi Llama. That's another group.
That's
That's
another powerful website.
That's DeFi Llama.
Yeah, you can find. That's what's so great about the blockchain is there's so much just open source data that you can find out all of this real world, live, in time information.
Real time.
You just
info
have
coming
to
at
know
you.
where to find it, and so that is where my service comes in, because
That's right.
I can help you to find the best and trusted, vetted ways to execute and people to get information from.
And Solana is not cheap either. That trades it right. Well, that was an old number. It's trading at $136
Yep.
and 80 cents currently.
Is that-
$136.99. That's right now.
Do you think that's highly devalued?
Well,
Do you think it's worth more?
Jesse, I have no idea.
I know. None of us do.
I couldn't.
And thank you for watching the CryptoWave podcast, where none of us have any clue.
I have no idea. I couldn't tell you if that's a.
But I'm gonna quickly just thank you to Joey, Brevard's Local. In Brevard's Local, you find Jennifer's column there.
The Crypto Corner.
Crypto Corner, published every month or twice a month.
Twice a month.
Twice
So
a
every
month.
2 weeks, we're putting out some new and exciting content and information out there.
Once again, Space Coast Podcast. Support all of your local podcasts wherever you live. And I got some stickers in here.
Pretty cool. Nice.
Yeah, they came out pretty nice.
Yeah.
Once again, thank you to Space Coast Podcast. Space Coast Podcast Network. Find us anywhere you listen to podcasts or visit spacecoastpodcast.com. Anything of the closing as far as, we had an action-packed show.
This was fun.
There was a
It's
lot.
always fun. It's
Yeah.
always fun.
I think I counted like 10 chapters that we could segment out of different topics. So,
Yeah.
so it looks like we're going to continue with bringing you some really, fun stories
Right.
and some videos, if
That was fun.
I think
Taking
now,
a walk through Walmart.
I think now that Walmart has done it, other retailers are going to be like, oh crap.
Who do you think's
We gotta do
next?
it.
Target,
Well, probably Amazon,
Amazon, Target,
and then probably Target,
Target next.
and then probably like a Lowe's or Home Depot, and
Home Depot.
you think of all.
Imagine
the-
applying plywood on one of those drones coming out of cars. Think about a television.
Here's what I like to imagine. I'm in my living room and I go to DoorDash, and I could simulate me driving through the Taco Bell drive-through, ordering at my local Taco Bell, and then driving my own dinner home. It's like one big game, and then by the time I drive home, there's a knock on the door and there's my food. Wouldn't that be fun? That would be really fun.
That would be
Yeah, I feel
I
like
mean-
Taco Bell.
But it would need you would need Google Maps. You would
Yeah.
need all these people to participate in that virtual world where you're actually driving down.
Yeah, and actually
your
a
own
new
neighborhood.
a new trend that is projected to be growing in this next year or so is having these restaurant setups that are set up to service like DoorDash and Uber Eats, where you can have multiple restaurants sharing out of one location, and so it cuts down on
It's called a ghost kitchen.
ghost kitchen.
I just heard that
A ghost
idea.
kitchen?
Oh, we'll see you next week. We'll bring up
Okay.
ghost kitchens.
All right. Yeah, what's funny? When we say goodbye, we laugh, right? We just go, what a great show, what a great
Yes.
show. So now we'll tease them. This is good. We have something to tease them on ghost kitchens.
Ghost kitchens.
Does that mean the food is invisible or is it fat-free?
It means
Both.
Yeah, right. I wish.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to the CryptoWave podcast.
Get us out of here, Jesse. Take us out.
So much fun. If you would like more information on how you can buy, sell, and store your digital assets safely, you can contact me at jennifer@spacecoastcryptoconsulting.com. Don't forget to share us where you watch us.
Yes. Thank you very much. Bye, everybody. Have a great
Bye.
week.